Hi, I'm Hannah from Maybe. We're here to help you take the guesswork out of social media. We're going to have a look at how Visit Knoll use created content to engage their audience effectively on social media. If you've got any questions, please use the blue button inside Maybe as it connects you to us 24/7, and we love to help. So let's have a look at how they do this. So obviously created content is exactly what it says. It's content that you create to share on your feed. And I think the one thing that stands out from Visit Knoll is how they have got such a good variation of this type of content. So if we scroll down their feed, here you can see we have some images that have been taken in their place. Not a lot of text required, but just telling their followers what is happening in Knoll at that particular moment. And that's a great example of created content. They consistently use relevant hashtags, which obviously makes their content searchable. And the one thing that stands out is that they consistently get engagement on their posts. So you can see here, they've shared a few quite simple images of spring coming in Knoll, and yet they've got nearly 50 comments, nearly 50 engagements on this post, and comments on it too. And that does shine through on their feed, is that they consistently get engagement on content that they actually create. So taking images is obviously a really good example of created content. And Visit Knoll have done the same again here, and again they get good engagement. But other content that they actually create, so here they're promoting an event that they're actually running. Again, they've got good use of hashtags to make their content searchable, but also obviously a link to click through. If someone wants to register to go to that event, they obviously know exactly where they need to go. So that's another type of created content, so promoting events that they're actually offering. They regularly do this feature, which is a business spotlight. So obviously Visit Knoll are a town-based organisation, and they promote what is actually on offer in their place. So this business spotlight feature is a great example of created content where they showcase a business in their place and just talk about what they do. Obviously tag the business in, give the audience a way to find out more, and just include an image that's relevant to the post. And they do that consistently on their feed, is have a business spotlight feature. And I think that's a great example of created content. Here again is another way that they use created content. So video is the most engaging type of content. So it's fantastic to see that in the mix on their feed. This is just a wonderful video of Knoll as a place. So businesses, people, the town centre. And again, they have used hashtags consistently and seen a great level of engagement. So that's another really good example of created content. So we've obviously seen images, videos, obviously business spotlights on businesses in the area. But we've also got here, as well, as you can see, a blog that they write. So they've actually featured one of the businesses in a guest blog. Obviously linked to that blog from the post, but actually included some great images. And yet another variation on created content is they've put together a Valentine's gift guide. So obviously showcasing what businesses in their place offer, but pulled all that together in a guide that people can actually have a look at. So just by scrolling through just a few posts at the top of Visit Knoll's feed, you can see the variation in created content that they actually use and how they actually do that really, really well. Let's show you how you can actually do that in Maybe. So if we go to our content calendar, what you can actually see in your content calendar is your mix of content, obviously that you have scheduled, mapped out in the calendar, but where the calendar can actually help you when you're obviously looking at your mix of content is you can actually see all your content mapped out across multiple platforms, just to obviously see whether you've got the right mix. And obviously, if you want to compare your calendar, so say, for example, we looked at Visit Knoll's and thought, we love the mix of content, we love how they use created content, how can I replicate that? Just here, you can actually compare your calendar to, and we've obviously put Visit Knoll in here. So this is the Maybe content calendar, and here's Visit Knoll's. So you can actually compare your calendar directly to somebody else's and obviously see if you are achieving the same look and feel of a particular type of content that they actually are. So it's a great feature to actually use in Maybe. If you'd like to know any more about any of the things we've talked about, like hashtags, use the search button below and you can find more videos on these topics. If you've got any questions, use the blue chat button inside Maybe, and we will see you on another video soon.